Gladly. This circus is all yours, my friend. If I must. But do try to keep them safe. They're a little useless without me. I would object, but sitting by the fire while you do all the hard work sounds marvelous, actually. Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer to travel in smaller groups. It's more intimate. Well, in that case, I'm all yours.
Now that you have the truth, please don't make a big fuss about it.
Heavens forbid. We're all entitled to our secrets. You know, I've been thinking, and I think there's something I should tell you. Nothing big or terrible, just a small little detail about me that hasn't come up naturally. It's just that I happen to be a... what's the best way to put this? A vampire. And by rights, I should be cinders, blowing in the wind. But something's protecting me. The same something that's kept us from turning into mind flayers, no doubt. But that's neither here nor there. What matters is everything's out in the open now. Because we trust each other. Exactly. I knew I could rely on you. Just like you can rely on me. Now, was there anything else? No. What did you do? It's everywhere. You ruined a perfectly good snack. So, the tadpole allows us to influence others. How delightful. Well, I'm certainly not one to turn down a gift freely given. That would be bad manners. You know, the only way to cure temptation is to give in to it. She's almost as scary as you, Lazel. So naturally she gets my vote.
Weapon blueprints. A master blacksmith's work.
They're sketches. More like early drafts than final blueprints.
Never thought I'd ever walk in on a bugbear and an ogre.
Oh, I've seen worse. Gnomes can be... as long as she doesn't start serenading me. I've had enough of bad poets singing of my looks. Gods. Let her stay if she shuts the hells up. How is it shielding us? And why? Not that I'm complaining.
Would you have joined up with her if you'd known she'd be indulging in this sort of thing, Astarion?
I mean, I had my hopes. My. Who knew our friend had so much blood in them?
Try not to lick your lips as you say that.
Strange customs.
Don't group me with the likes of them.
True. You wouldn't have the grit.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you? No, I won't kill them. Well, maybe Shadowheart. So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share. I wouldn't mind indulging myself. I admit I wasn't keen to be the first to try it, just in case there were any, surprise side effects. But now that we know it's safe, I'm all for experimenting. Excellent. I'll have a rummage around and help myself in my own good time. Thank you. Your generosity is appreciated. You know, if that parasite isn't to your taste, I'd be happy to consume it in your stead. I don't relish the thought, but if you're going to just leave it sitting in your pack, well, one of us should try it. Oh, I have my reservations, no question. First of all, it looks disgusting. Second, there's a non-zero chance that it'll turn me into a purple glistening monster. But if it doesn't, who knows what kind of power we could unlock? And power is always worth a little risk.
I wonder what's down there.
Oh, by all means. You first. You can listen all you want, but it can get the hells out of my head. Careful. Not everyone looks this good dead. You look drained, and I know it wasn't me. Is the plant bothering you? Might I suggest getting it back? I don't travel with you for your personality, you know. Your sense of humor is still intact, at least. Let's finish up here quickly. The sooner we can get your magic back, the safer we'll be. Until then, try not to die. Shut that oversized chicken up! I'm more than happy to kill this... whoever he is. But tell me there's something in it for us. Sounds like the perfect place to find something expensive. Forge again. Hells. We know everything bar how it smells. If they ask for a sacrifice, I'd suggest virgins. Young and hot-blooded. There's a time and a place for violence. I mean, this place is perfect, but is it the time? Some of us are dead and doing very well, thank you. Yes, there's not much we can do for dusty old soldiers. Let's get moving. Broken trash. It's just full of dust. I'm all for it, but... well, you first. It's too much. You can't take it. Get out of there now! What are you doing? Turn it off! I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. I'm just disappointed. Well, this is exciting. It's not every day you get to speak to a god queen, much less be bossed around by one. What in the sweet hells were you thinking, activating that lance? I was right there! Gods! Do you have any idea how much that hurt? Next time. No, no, no. If there is a next time, I'll be the one aiming the all-powerful weapon. Thank you. Although, I do appreciate you trying to fix your mistake. Just don't do it again. Excuse me? That was the least you could do after dropping a building on me. Well, apparently there's a limit. Somewhere between a nice summer's day and the full concentrated power of the sun! And I think I was safer with the mind flayers. Next time, just warn me before you do something stupid. At least then I can get out of the blast radius. Now, shall we go? Or do you have any other chaos you need to unleash here? Gods. All right. What's on your mind? Finally, we're catching up on our puppet master. And the hunt ends at Moonrise Towers.
My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
It seems like a fitting punishment for a poet.
Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the Blood War.
My. She really has you by the unmentionables, doesn't she?
She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Well then, let's not keep her waiting. Mercy. You showed the goblins mercy. Ugh. The half-orc won't like this. I mean, I assume there's some device controlling these things, so we find that. Murder some people and, Look, I'm not a details person, all right? But turning up and causing chaos has worked for us so far. It's you, our little idol thief from the Druid's Grove. I do like her spirit. I don't like her chances, but her spirit, excellent. He's just like Cazador. Utterly insane. I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked. I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. Excuse me? I would never. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open. You'll need to end things with Will, of course. But I'm sure he can find somewhere else to bury his blade. They were clearly artists. You can tell because it's a mess in here. You know, there's a point where bravery becomes stupidity. And walking into that would be very, very stupid. What are you doing? The devil told us to kill this thing, so let's stop chatting and kill it. So he's the one who slaughtered the Justiciars. Can we kill him now? Because if he doesn't die, then Raphael won't tell me a damn thing about my scars. Does that count as us killing him? That had better count. Either I'm getting dumber, or those rats sound a lot smarter than before. And it is the rats, to be clear. The rats sound smarter. I suppose it was only a matter of time until Shah took vengeance. For the Lady of Loss, she does not like losing. Oh. Oh dear. Another tentacled freak! What in the hells is this? I owe everything to that. Oh, I don't like this one bit. So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power if we're willing to evolve. It was sickening watching Lae'zel bow to that monstrosity. I thought she was stronger. Some just grow to love their chains, I suppose. Oh, good puns! Because clowns aren't enough of a horror already. What? No, don't you dare! This isn't funny! Of course! What fun! I'm going to fucking kill you. Another shifter. Shame. I thought we were killing a real clown.
Murdered by my son.
It's to be expected. Some families just don't get along. Ugh. Don't be so nice to me. It makes me want to be nice back. Will gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.
I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Well, go on then. It's rude to keep a goddess waiting. An astral projection. Clever girl. She's not taking any chances. We shouldn't either. This place is miserable, even for the house of a god. Shadowheart's parents are at peace. And so she, it seems. Credit where it's due. Shadowheart is tenacious. And tougher than I expected. Pain can break anyone. But she bore it well. And got what she wanted. Even if she's damned herself to a lifetime of that same pain. Immortality is only as good as the life you're living. An eternity of luxury sounds a lot better than an eternity of struggle. Then perhaps we should drop by and surprise Raphael. It'd make a nice change. You know, for all the sense of dread and horror seeping through this place, I really feel quite at home here. Darling, what are you doing? This isn't safe. You can't trust him. So, we have the hammer. Now all we have to do is... Actually, I'm not really clear on what we have to do, but I assume we're smashing something.
Looks a bit like your friend here.
Oh dear. I assure you, it's not.
You think something's happened to him?
You have no idea. There's a definite touch of the mythic to this place. The stink of oil, the clank of gears. This place is revolting. So, the Blade of Frontiers is dead. Long live the Blade of Avernus. I just hope he stays focused on battling infernal forces. The undead have it hard enough already. Well, Grand Duke Ravengard. A position like that comes with a lot of wealth and luxury. If you survive long enough to enjoy it.
They say that the only thing a vampire can feel is hunger. Nothing else touches them. Not grief or mercy. Or any sense of what is just.
Do they? Well, there must be something to it then.
Careful, Astarion. Despite your every effort to the contrary, I am in danger of thinking you might be a good man.